Well, when talking about the market, many investors consider themselves as being in one of two camps, growth or value. But there's another strategy gaining popularity. In today's U.S. Bank Economic 360, U.S. Bank Vice President and Senior Portfolio Manager Mike Denneman talks with Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer about dividend growth investing and what it could mean for your portfolio. Rob and Mike.
Thanks very much, Mike. Thanks for being here. Once upon a time, dividends were a huge part of just being in the stock market.
Right.
Not so much anymore. Right. But we're here to talk about them today. So what are dividends?
Sure. Good idea just to start at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Right. So important to remember that when you own a share of stock, you are a part owner of that company. And just like any other owner, you're entitled to a piece of the profit. That's what a dividend is. So when a publicly traded company wants to return some profits to its owners, the shareholders, it pays a dividend, typically in cash, typically once a quarter. And naturally, most investors are appreciative of that. Either, as you mentioned, you're buying a stock usually for the growth, but to have a nice stream of cash flow, that's not too bad either. So as investment advisors, when we are evaluating stocks, we like to see that dividend. It's a sign of a healthy company.
And so what is a dividend growth strategy then?
Sure. So let me start by telling you first what it isn't. And that is, it's not buying the stock with the highest dividend. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Many investors are looking just for income. And if that's the case, then buying that highest dividend can fit the bill. But what we're looking for here is a dividend that is growing. So not necessarily the highest payout, but a consistent increasing dividend. So, a company that can demonstrate over time this ability to return more and more profit to the shareholder, not necessarily the highest payout, but one that is consistently growing, hopefully growing better than their peers, and sustainable. So all of those are keys when we're looking for companies that fit in this category.
Well, that's good stuff, and we ran out of time, but maybe we can talk about this again soon, because this idea of dividends really is something that, like I said, used to be, that's why that was half the reason he bought stocks. Then companies like Microsoft came around and it didn't matter, but it does.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for being here.
Sure.
Back to you.